What's up, guys? It is Brad with Dog Days Dice. Today, we're going to figure out what happens when the Strat Max season ends. So, I'm at the last game of my Atlanta Braves 2023 season replay. Excuse me. And, I assume this is my first time doing a season replay, and I assume when the season ends, you go to the playoffs. I probably read somewhere you do, but I have not seen it yet, so I'm just kind of curious what does happen. We'll figure that out. We're going to play out this last game. Strat Max has been a lot of fun lately. They just came out with the new 2024 cards too, which is kind of a nice feature. If you have Strat Max, you don't have to wait to get the cards or to get the PC game. You can play 2024 now. I've actually already started the 2024 season with the Braves too, just to kind of get a feel for it. But as far as my overall thoughts on Strat Max and doing a season replay, I had more thoughts in our earlier video about a week or so ago. So take a look at that. The things I would just reiterate: one, there is a new fast play mode, which is what we're gonna do here today, and I might do another video just kind of comparing the stats of where we left off with these Atlanta Braves and kind of what how we compare it to what they really did in real life. So we'll maybe take a look at that with a different video. But the record is very similar to where they finished off. I think I'm actually going to be a few games behind for how many the Braves won, which is I think is good. I'd rather be a few games behind than a few games ahead. But anyway, the things I really like about Strat Max lately is this fast play mode. I think it's so fun. You can fly through a week of baseball very quickly, but still get that feel like you know what's going on in the games and being able to picture it in your head. Today I'm playing on my laptop, but the fast play mode is even faster on my phone, I feel like. I think it really flows even quicker. Again, it's great that you can just play through so many games so fast, but still get the feel of a season. You just kind of get more done. I think eventually, too, they're going to do the fast play mode on cards, which I think will be really cool, too. So you can see the cards, and then, it'll still flow really quick, which is awesome. The only downside, really, the biggest downside, I think, of a Strat Max replay is that this is modern day. This is 2023. So pitching has to be fixed a little bit. There's just starting pitchers that are left in way too long, relief pitchers left in way too long. I mean, they'll have like 120, 30 pitches sometimes, and that just wouldn't happen. I try to play my team very realistic, taking my starter out after 6 innings usually, doing 1 inning relievers, but the computer, they might even leave a relief pitcher in for 2, 3 innings when he really just throws one. So those are the things I hope to see changed at some point. And kind of update it. And it might be better like in classic seasons, like in the 70s or 80s baseball. I haven't done a replay there yet. I might try that. And I think the way this game is set up will fit better with those errors. But those are the two big things, one pro and one con, just kind of finishing out a season here. So we are going to go to the last game, and we will do fast play mode. To kind of get through this game quick, and we'll see. Hopefully there is playoffs after this. I assume there is, but we will take a look. We're going to go to fast mode, which is what I just did there. I just clicked on that. Okay, we have our pitcher Dylan Dodd, I'm sorry, who's been more of a kind of a sub-in pitcher and pitching this last game here of the season, and really more because the Braves have already clinched at this point, not just in my replay here, but also in real life. So let's get through this game, and again, we are going to do fast mode. And again, sometimes I think fast mode is even faster on the phone, but he is going to attempt to steal. We're going to hold on the ball there. And honestly, we're just going to try to get through this game as quick as possible. And he's stealing again for third. Let's throw for third. He's safe. Nationals going all out for the last game of the season, where they're already out of the playoffs for sure. But Joey Vanessa's grounds out. Keeper Ruiz. Okay, and now the Braves will come to the plate. Look at Ronald Acuna, 51 home runs, 360 average. This, of course, is when he won the MVP in real life, but also in this one. In this replay, he did pretty amazing too. Wait till you see Matt Olson. Look at Ozzie, home run. That's going to be number 37 for him. This was a great Braves lineup historically, of course, but in my replay, they've really just dominated by offense. I mean, look at Matt Olson, 59 home runs, so we are going for, let's see if we can get 60 today. He does walk. Marcell Ozuna also with 40 bombs. So he's going to get an extra base hit. He can try to score. Why not? It's the last game of the season. Let's go for it. And let's send the trailing runner. Olsen scores. So it is 2-1 Braves. And that will end the inning. The Carter Kieboom. Ground out for Vargas. Dylan Dodd just has to do his job today and just keep it kind of relatively low scoring. And the Braves offense is so good that even if he gives up a couple runs, we should still be fine. Back to the Braves. Ground out to third base. Eddie Rosario up. This was a pretty good season for Eddie Rosario just to be a bat in the bottom of the lineup. Back to the Nationals are up again. And we will go to the top of the order, the C.J. Abrams, who lines out to Matt Olson. And you can see, especially when your pitching is good, that these games can go really fast. Acuna up. He'll walk. So one thing with the Acuna, again, I'm going to try to do another video that shows the stats for this season. He did not, I feel like stealing was trickier. And as you know, in real life, I think he had 70 stolen bases on this season. And I don't think I had that many with this, but I'll double check. I need to see. But stealing was a little harder, I feel like, than it was in real life. 2-1 Braves here as we go to the top of the fourth. So double play. Carter Kieboom up. Oof, he's going to tie the game, and watch this, of course. Have a tie game on the last game of the season and go into extra innings. Marcell Ozuna up, strikes out. And there's just not really a hole in this Braves lineup. And, of course, in real life, they get knocked out by the Phillies in the first round in 4 games, just like they did in 2022 as well. So they have had the Braves number. Top of the 5th. So runner was so it looks like he got picked off, it looked like. So 2 down. And again, you'll see here, maybe we'll see it from the computer, but I try to be realistic with what the guys did in real life, and when they get into the yellow or kind of go past their pitch range, I'll usually try to switch, at least on my side. Acuna up next. He grounds out to C.J. Abrams. So he's at 71 pitches again. I just keep it somewhat realistic. I'm going to make a pitching change. It's the last day anyway, so all these guys should be good to go. My closer is Iglesias is tired, but the rest everyone else is pretty good. Let's get in A.J. Minter. And my bullpen has not been great. Minter with a 4.19 ERA and a base hit, lefty on lefty. Hit and run. Double play. Good outing for A.J. Minter. Ozzie Albies. Base hit. Let's see if we can steal with him. And it's a little bit of an edge. Nope. Austin Riley. Striked out. Runners on the corner with 1 out for Marcell Ozuna. He lines out the Carter Kieboom. And as you see, they're getting in the yellow. But 86 pitches isn't a lot. That's kind of a bad example. But he is past his normal range. But let's see if he even goes. Now he's in his red. And I just don't think that he would still be in the game in modern baseball. But this game is still a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it, but that is one thing that if they could improve on a little bit, that's my main of any kind of gripe is just the pitching needs to be a tad adjust it. I'm going to put in, actually, there's his card. I didn't even mean to do that. Let's put in Jesse Chavez, actually. Not even pressing the right buttons. You think I would after playing 162 of these, but a lot of them haven't been on my phone. It's just so nice to be wherever you are and just pick that phone out and just say, let me play a quick game, and you can knock through a game in 5 to 10 minutes, if that. Old man Jesse Chavez, the ageless one. 2.02 ERA on the year. So, see, they still have this pitcher in 95 pitches. Let's see if they leave him in here. Yep. And again, I just can't see that they would keep this guy in that long. Look, he's at 105. So, just not, to me, very realistic. Let's do another pitching change. We're going to go with Joe Jim. And we got a good game here, the last game of the season. Pinch hitter. The computer is pretty good, though. I mean, they will make pinch hitters, and they try to win. I do like that. Oh, look at that. Home run, 3-2 Nats. And they may win this last game of the season. But it's not over yet. Okay, so another thing. I think the Nats closer, Kyle Finnegan, I mean, he's in the 8th inning. This happens sometimes too. I mean, sometimes closers do come in early, but in modern baseball, not much. I just don't love that. He's going to throw 2 innings here. Again, last game of the season. I guess you could kind of make a case that maybe he can, but this happens in the middle of the season. I just don't love it. Oh, Matt Olson with a double. Probably won't get the 60 home runs, though. Unless he can tie this game. Nope. We're going to go to the bottom of the 9th. And I'm going to do another pitching switch. And we're going to bring in Kirby Yates, who's my other late inning reliever. And again, there is no sound with this game. That's the other thing. That, gosh, you imagine if they put stadiums and sound. That would be just awesome. If this was actually the Brave Stadium, I just think that would be so cool. But maybe they will add on to that. And, Carter Keyboom. 5-2 Nationals. That may be the clincher for the last game of the season. So, Kyle Finnegan will get the 6-out save. Again, just something they need to adjust, I think. Let's see if the Braves can get some late inning magic. Eddie Rosario strikes out. And who's up? Landy Arcia. That will probably be it. Anytime with 2 outs, I've noticed in the last inning, if it kind of takes a second after this, it means the game's over. So he probably got out here, which he did. Okay. Good season. Now let's see what happens next. I assume we're going to the playoffs, but they might have to sim through the games first. They do. We have some more games, so there's still quite a few games. There's 17 games? And I don't know if this is good or bad. The game's kind of froze. That's not a good sign. Let's refresh it. Huh. It could be that it's loading up. We're going to give it a second. May have to get in there again. Let's see. That's not a good sign. Let's try. Let's try logging in again. And this game is a little buggy at times still too. But man, maybe this, I don't know. Maybe things are just over. Let's see. Another thing that could be happening too. I know after a game now, it automatically sims the other games. I wonder if it's just simming the other games. Um, and that's why it's taking a minute. That could be the case as well. But we will see here. I'm even going to log in from my phone and see if that helps. Let's see. Because it is, let's see if this will do it. We're going to load up my experiences. Oh, I think it got fixed finally. Okay. I think that's what was happening. But still, it didn't really give us a lot to work with there. And it is preparing preparing the playoffs. And maybe that is just the end of the season. They just don't show it right away. But we will see here as it loads up what happens next, I think. Let's take a look. We're going to go to experiences. As it does say that my season is complete. It's loading. Okay. Well, that's not good. Is it over? Maybe it doesn't go to the playoffs. Maybe it's just a bug. Okay, we're going to keep looking into this, and I'll see what I can find out, and I'll come back here in a little bit. But obviously, this is not what we want to see. So we will be back. Well, guys, bad news. I think like kind of worst case scenario in a way. So my season is completed. Let's click on it. And if I made a mistake here, someone let me know. But you click on it, and okay, there's no playoffs. So that's okay. I mean, that's a bummer. I think it'd be kind of cool if you went right to the playoffs after this. But what's even worse is like they don't even have any of your stats from the season. Everything has been like, deleted. So like I wanted to go back and kind of look to see how I compared to real life. You can't even do that. I mean, that is not good. So maybe I made an error on my end, but if anyone else can help me out with this, let me know. But it looks like everything is just gone. So not ideal. I kind of almost almost makes me not want to play any more seasons. Or if I do, gosh, the last day, let me take a picture or a screenshot. But how cool would it be if this ended and you could just save it? And again, if no playoffs, it is what it is. But at least be able to save it for if you want to go back and look at it one day, or you can like have a encyclopedia of all your completed seasons. But there's nothing here, so kind of a letdown. Maybe it's buggy. I'll update it if I find out what I did, or if I did mess anything up. Let me know. I'm gonna ask around a little bit, but that's a pretty big bummer. So we'll check in later, guys. But please leave a comment if you think that you know what happened here. But I think when the season's done, it's just kind of over. And worst part, you don't even keep your stats. So I have my record, but right here, but that's it. So big bummer.